that our relationship with God is a personal relationship. And although we personalize it as we experience it, you can share it with somebody and they may or may not know what you're talking about. Moses saw this bush that was on fire. It was being consumed. The fire was in the bush, but the bush was not being consumed. What a phenomenon. The burning bush, that a representative of God came and rested in the bush. That heaven had come to earth and rested in a bush. That heaven crammed itself in a bush. And Moses got a chance to see it because God wanted Moses to get this message. And the message that God wanted Moses to have was this: that just like I'm burning in this bush, I want to burn in you. And your assignment will be of such until my burning in you won't consume you, but everybody will know that you're on fire for me. My God, I felt all of that. That's the message of the burning bush, that God says that everybody who's been devastated, who's been humiliated and isolated, that I allowed all of that to happen so that I can get your attention. I want you to see the burning bush that I have for you, the assignment that I have for you, and I want to burn in you like I'm burning in this bush. And although Moses gets older, Moses never loses his fire. And it's just like those of us who are in ministry, for the right reasons, that I don't care how many times you try to quit, and there's some quitting moments when it seems as though that the fire has gone out and you say, I can't do it no more. Then we hear Jeremiah saying, it's just like fire shut up in my bones. I know I said I wasn't coming back, but I can't hardly help it, because there's something pulling in my spirit. There's something down on the inside that keeps telling me to go ahead. That the supernatural comes and rests in the natural. That's why whatever we've been blessed to do, you can't get the big head about that, because it's the supernatural that's burning in you and you can't hardly help yourself. Lord, help me today. And then it arrests Moses. Moses said, I got to go see what this thing is. Whenever you start to pay attention to the things of God, it will arrest you. You don't want to miss this. You don't want to miss this. When the Lord saw that he had gone over to, look, verse 4, when he saw that he had him, that the phenomena of the burning bush had him, then the Lord does something else. You don't want to miss this. He says this. He says, Moses, Moses. I was like that too when I first read it. I was like that too. The more I thought about it, I said, oh yeah. You have to understand, he was devastated, isolated, and humiliated on the backside of the mountain. Horeb, desert place, forgotten about. And when God got his attention, God said, listen, I didn't forget you, nor your name, Moses, Moses. I don't care who you are. When the plan of God and the purpose of God arrests you, when everybody else has forgotten about you, God knows your name, and God knows your address, and God knows where you are, and God knows who you are. And when he calls you, he's going to call you by name. I want to encourage you today. Listen, lay aside envy and jealousy and all of the rest of the things that the enemy will use to divide. You got to know that when you've been arrested by God, God is not going to arrest you without giving you an assignment. And your assignment has your name on it. He knows your name. Ooh, I'm preaching better than you witnessing. And then God gives Moses his name. God said to Moses, I am who I am. Moses wanted to know, when you send me on this assignment, who am I going to say sent me? And God said, I'm getting ready to give you my name. But my name is not just an identity badge. You see, because I know, Moses, where you come from, and you grew up in Egypt. And so you know all of the Egyptian gods and what they're able to do. You got their name, but I'm going to give you a name like none other. My name is I am. With that comes my character. I am. You've not met any God like me. I've got historical significance. I've been involved in history. I'm the God of Abraham. I'm the God of Isaac. I am the God of Jacob. And I rule and I super rule. There is an Egypt because of me. There is a Pharaoh because of me. I am that I am. I gotta have to get on back to my seat. But I want you to get this because it's present tense. I am. Present. Not was. Not shall be. You can't get to the was and the shall be until you get to the am. I am right now. I am. My grandmama them and the older saints helped me with this. In fact, they didn't say help. You hope me now. You hope me. You hope me. This ought to hope somebody. That I am whatever you want me to be. Present tense. That's why they could talk about when they got sick. And they prayed, they said he's a doctor in the sick room. If you were in court and needed an attorney and couldn't pay for one, he's a lawyer. Glory to God. In the courtroom. My God, he's a bridge over. You ought to turn to your neighbor and tell your neighbor, I know me some I am. I've had to call on him for myself. Hey,